What's up, party people? So I was playing this yesterday, and the quest broke because I couldn't get the lab key. So we're gonna try to start it over from the beginning. And of course, we're gonna try to keep Racter alive. I think we want more stuff to keep from dying. Give her a grenade. I feel like Duncan needs a better gun, man. I mean, not Duncan, Racter. But I don't have any other guns. So all right then. I think the first time I went a little too fast. Exiting the Ares Asia Holdings elevator on the 5th floor of the skyscraper complex, the antiseptic odor of the megacorporation's offices assails your nostrils. The immaculately detailed interior speaks volumes of the wealth and control of the North American industrial giant has come to wield over the free enterprise zone. Racter glances at his bracer, pulling up a page of notes on Ares Asia Holdings and scrolling through it. We're looking for a lab between floor 15 and 40. Everything below 15 is shopping and recreation. And the residential areas span 41 to 92. The auto repair circuits should be up there as well. I know Taylor and Hardigan. They'll keep it close to their main lab so they can work on the project in their off hours, and they'll need specialized testing equipment. Things you can't fit in an apartment, even a big one. So everything we're looking for will be near the main lab. Yes, once we plant the altered visitor record data, we can find the lab's precise location. From there, everything we need should be nearby. Send one of my drones in. Seems to be the fastest. This power conduit is labeled elevator control and power. A series of tangled cables and wires weave in and out of the junction box as if it's been patched and repairs made many times. A note is taped to the inside of the box. For God's sake, don't touch anything in here without contacting me first. This box is the most temperamental piece of crap I've ever worked with. If anything gets unplugged, the elevator system will go down and take the security card readers with it. Why did we spend all that nuyen on improving security if everyone has to take the stairs? Cut power to the elevator. No, what's going on? This game, but all my drones are with me. Yeah. Walk away. Okay, that was weird. Anyway, let's go talk to the receptionist. Welcome to Aries Holdings. I apologize in advance for any inconvenience. Our elevator systems are currently down for repairs. Please excuse the poor timing. How may I assist you? I'm with maintenance here for the elevators. That was fast, and you don't really look like maintenance. I'm on call, but I was out. Oh, my apologies. Go right inside. Just don't leave this floor without an escort. That was easy to get in. That's one way we can go, which is the stairs. And go to the public terminal. This is a public matrix terminal for guests and visitors. Its primary functions appear to be directory and news services, as well as basic email. This is also a perfect terminal for you to upload the faked visitor records. All right. We've planted the visitor records and let's just explore a little bit. Sorry, sir. The elevator systems are experiencing a temporary interruption of service until they're back up. I'm afraid you have to use the stairs. Not a problem. We got a matrix jack point. people have. Isabel hacked the computer. You know, I'd expect Ares employees to be more careful with data security, but I guess nobody's perfect. I don't know why you're having such difficulty understanding our matrix upgrades, Chung. I've given you the bypass codes for the blocker IC at least 3 times. Ah, yeah. So we got 2231, right? Project 2231. All right. 2311. Browse secure files. From inside the machine, secure storage, you can access recent email and recent project updates. Okay, 2 through. All right. Investigate secure files. Okay, nothing really new. Do nothing. What else do we have? Guess we hit the stairs. Wait, where was that matrix jack point? We'll go into the matrix and see what's going on. Where am I? Over here. What we're going to do is reduce the system trace. We're already at 60. 100. Come on, I ran right into it. What is this hacker code? I actually got it last time. Where are those codes? We don't have the codes. Let's see if we can find it online. Check out the Steam community. All right, the guides pretty much suck. Oh, wait. Let's try to hack. I see. There was no guide because this is a Simon Says kind of game, right? 7351. 7351. What? 7198. 7198. 92752. 92752. 16462. 164. What was it? 62? 9374542. 937. Ah, shit. 9374. Probably should write this down. I don't have a pen. If I force it, we'll be up to 190. Maybe we could try password. What is the password? don't know what the password is. Thank you, Google. According to Google, the password is GU. All right, here comes a bad boy. I kind of want to fight him just to reduce my trace. But my trace is still high. I mean, cooldown is still high. Now I'm back to 160. Yeah, I guess the best thing to do now is just to get out of here. How do I get out of here? Do I have to go through that again? Shit, that's the only node. Ooh, I made it. That was luck. That's where this little spot was. All right. Just want to see if this resets. No, it's still at 160. All right, then, bunk it. Let's go up the stairs. Because I'll definitely get caught in the matrix. Gotta plant the financial data and camera footage, retrieve auto repair. Excellent, Dwight. All right, we have arrived. we should make certain to find the auto repair prototype while we're here. I'm sure it will be around here somewhere. Good, then it won't be too much work to pick it up on our way. Thank you very much for this assistance. First thing we want to do is close these shutters, right? In our last playthrough. And close those. Key. What was it? Whose office is this? We got it. Plant the financial data. We've read these all before, so we just skip through. Project 2231. Cheating bastard. Making vents. We got the vent IC code. Camera footage. All right, we should see the other. The other runners should show up somewhere around now, right? Taylor, how far have you fallen? When we worked together, he never have written this kind of limp corporate missive. We all cared enough about our work that we never had to motivate the team like this. He's become a management tool of Ares macro tech. I doubt there's much left of the passionate young researcher I knew. Not as such, I believe he's still quite capable as a researcher, but when you spend all your time managing a budget or organizing your team, what time is left to do actual work? The reason you got into the field in the first place? Oh, thank you. That is a disgusting world. 10-1, they're still using my old code. It sounds like the same kind of bug I encountered during my early tests in Moscow. The problem is that they're trying to give orders to the drones while the drones have prioritized their own desires over those of the end user. They'll never respond so long as they're in group reflection mode. "6 years I spent most of that in Berlin running with a hell of a street samurai. I got out before she did, but before the Flux state went under. No idea if Lucky Strike got out or not, but I expect she did. I was never the best programmer of the team, but after my accident I went back to my old self-organization code to revise it. The new perspectives helped, honestly. Likely miss any shot I took. I've got poor aim, and Coach J is good at taking cover. Assuming I hit, however, I would ask me why. He would ask me why. If I couldn't explain myself sufficiently, Coach J would protect itself. Of course, I do have a universal kill switch, so that wouldn't happen. Got Taylor's door code. I'll be right back. I need to do something real quick. All right. Duncan whips his goggles across the room, scanning for a clue as to what happened. What the hell? Somebody set off a goddamn bomb somewhere on this floor. That wasn't any kind of accident. Remember what kindly told us about other running teams getting pitched this job? I think they're about to show up. Racter taps out a few commands on his bracer and doesn't even look up when he speaks. I'm not about to let anyone deny us our prize. They're smart. They'll try to talk to us. If they're not, they're just another obstacle. I don't like the idea of having a gunfight with other runners. Me neither, but I like the idea of losing out on a payday even less, keeping your fingers crossed that they're willing to parlay. They're not. Duncan slowly draws his thumb across his throat and shrugs. We got guns for a reason. The combatants in the next room are quite obviously Shadowrunners. Their gear is mismatched. They wear no uniforms, and the mixture of technical gear and heavy armor indicates they are prepared for anything. The other Shadowrunners huddle up. Their voices are loud enough that you can hear them, even through the glass door. They don't seem to have noticed you yet. Christ on a crutch, that was nasty. The orc wipes sweat from his brow with the back of one hand. Jarl, is that the last of them? Looks like it, Bull. My C-12 wrecked the stairwell, so we're safe from backup via that route. He hands a canteen to the human woman next to him. Dizzy, how you doing? Ace, you can't sit there. My cat just sat on my keyboard and mouse. Oops. Sorry about that. My cat is walking across my keyboard. Because he wants me to pet him. All right. The Jarl looks like it. Bull. I think I missed some dialogue here. Looks like a bull. My C-12 wrecked the stairwell, so we're a C-12, not C-4. C-12 wrecked the stairwell, so we're safe from backup via that route. He hands a canteen to the human woman next to him. Dizzy, how you doing? Taking a long drink from the canteen, the woman breathes a deep sigh of relief before tossing it back to Jarl. Remind me again why we went to the executive level before getting to the lab? I'm all for a brawl, but pulling 4 Knight Errant adepts off of optical isn't my idea of a party. You, sir, need practice. You, sir, need to practice your martial arts. That's Opti. We had to go up there dizzy without the key cards to get to the lab. We're as good as dead. Bull could have hacked the door, but his deck got slagged after you threw that rigger into him and broke his concentration. Continue listening. Okay. We'll have plenty of blame to place later. Right now, we have to get the hell out of here. Nab that prototype and clear out before they get more soldiers down to this level. Bull tilts his neck to one side and then the other each time a rippling pop runs down his spine. We've got a job to do, people, so let's get cracking. The runner named Charles seems to have noticed you finally. He gestures in your direction. Hey, Bull, look. Looks like we've got some company in the lab. Turning around, the orc decker regards you quizzically. Son of a bitch. Guess you guys got here first. Tell you what. We'll come in there and we can talk this over. Yeah, okay, give me a second to open the door. Let the runners in. Jarl nods in appreciation once the other team is safely inside the lab. Thanks a lot. We would have been cut apart out there. Never let yourself get backed into a corner, you know. Sounds like something went wrong. Bull's dead got slagged by some sparky icy. We got surprised by a rigger coming out of the hallway. Did a hip throw on him, but his body hit the jack point. Bull was using some kind of surge hit. The system went to red alert. Before we knew it, Knight Errant was crawling all over us. Rookie mistake, honestly. If I'd set up a redundant signal filter, I'd have an extra split second when the jack got fritzed. As it was, I tripped some tar baby icy, and before I could get free, the system was lit up like a Christmas tree. Racter gives you a significant look. He speaks quietly so that only you can hear. That key he uses almost certainly for the private safe where they're keeping the auto repair circuitry. We need it. I know you're trying to be quiet over there, but I can totally hear you. Find a key for the lab safe. Thanks. Jarl spends a few moments scrutinizing you when his face suddenly lightens up. Wait a minute, I recognize you. You're the Wyatt Art, right? Your name's all over the shadows of Hong Kong. From what I hear, you've been doing a lot of work for Kindly Chain. You have me at a disadvantage. Who are you? I'm Dizzy. The guy with the rifle is the Jarl. We try not to use the definite article. It sounds silly. Jarl or the Jarl, whichever is nonplussed by Dizzy's antics. It's a title, Dizzy. It deserves a the before it. Those two are Opti Bull, magic and tech support. So you ever heard of us? A little, yeah. I operate mostly in the UCAS, right? Yeah, I'm from all over. Don't really stay in one place much. The other three are all from the Great Lakes area. This was supposed to be an easy trip overseas for us. Do the job, maybe 2 or 3 more, and fly home. We're running out of time. We got to move, and soon. Not so fast. What about the prototype? We can argue about this here, or we can try and get out of here before we get killed. If it makes you feel better, you can hang on until we get out of harm's way. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I just want to get out of here. We're going to go underground, down an elevator shaft and over to MTR station. Think I should choose come with us. I didn't even know that was there. I should have done better with legwork before we got here. We'll follow. More guns couldn't hurt, right? You lead the way. We'll be right behind you. still didn't give me the key. What's going on? They didn't give me the key. Oh wait, I got it. Find the key for the lab safe. Okay. I got the key. I didn't even see where it happened, but anyway. I guess that's where he was talking about you can hold on to it. However, I thought he was talking about something else. Anyway, we're going to let our drones turn off the vents. All right, now I feel like we're kind of in business. And we got the other runners with us. Gonna let Racter shoot up our guy with more movement. And we also want his drone to be active. And we want to keep everyone alive. Yeah, so last game, this room stayed locked and we didn't meet the Shadowrunners in there. We met them somewhere out here. That was the problem. But anyway, let's turn off the vents. Damage +7. I need to move my dude down. Maybe we just wait for them to come in. Shit. These guys coming in blasting. Not a problem. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. But anyway, shoot a mine down here. Damage on that dude. And Overwatch over here. What did I miss? Three dudes here. My own man. Why isn't my character moving? This part of the fight is ridiculous. He healed 23 hit points. need to stop the gas coming out of the vent ASAP. Did my other drone die? I gotta be right back. The bell. I believe I missed Objective complete. So, escape. What? Mission failed? You died? What? What was that? I was looking forward to this mission. Now it's getting on my nerves. Did I die because of the gas? fight is hard. I think I need to put a mine behind these guys right here. Racter peers intently at his bracer as he scans the room with it. I think that's the last of the security on this floor, but it won't be long before reinforcements arrive. They're sure to notice when their soldiers stop checking in. I just hope we can be gone before they realize we're even ever here. I don't like the idea of Knight Errant tracking us back to the bolt hole. The last thing we need is a bunch of armed soldiers coming to where we live. That's unlikely. Thankfully, of all the megas, Ares has the best relationship with the shadow community. They'll kill us to be certain, but their management understands that we perform a necessary service, one that they pay for with great regularity. All right, we need to regroup. The elevator doors refuse to open. Some kind of manual lock is engaged. A blinking alert message reads, "Elevator in transit. Doors will unlock once elevator passes floor 27. Looks like you won't be able to pry them open for a minute or two. Better hunker down." All right, bring on your best. Probably Knight Errant. Ace, Mina. Rounds until doors open. You guys can't see it on the vertical, but we got 2 rounds right here. Comes the BS. least I can't see, bro. My cat just loves to get right in the middle of it. I guess I gotta get my character through the door. Yep, that was it. And I guess I'll end my birthday stream here. I'm 50 today, people. Amazing. Never realized I would ever be 50 years old. Kind of crazy. That was closer than I felt like. Q. Tuck that up to things I don't want to do again. Get gas while trying to escape from night errant. Buck up, Dizzy. At least your fists and feet could hurt those bastards. I swear to God, I'm never running against Ares again unless I've got an assault cannon with me. The old 6-gun just won't cut it against night errant. Just spring for some APDS rounds, man. You don't need to overcompensate that much. So what now? We just marched through the basement into the central MTR station. Let's take it slow. We don't know what's lurking down here. Before we head off into the unknown, what are we going to do about the prototype? You need it for your job. I need it for mine. You aren't the only one who needs it. We have a job to finish, just like you do. It's unfortunate that we can't both get what we want. But that's how life is some days. You suck it up and move on. Come on. You're well established. You've got a network of contacts. The runners community knows how reliable you are. I'm a little fish in a big pond here. I'll blow this job. I may not be able to work in Hong Kong again. Hell, you don't even need the prototype, just the damn GPS unit on it. Listen, it's not personal. It's just a job. If we don't get paid, we'll just be screwed as you. I know my team, and I don't know you. I don't think it either. Maybe we can work something out. Thanks, I mean it. I don't like the idea of cheating on a job, but we're on the same team here. We both have to live and work in the same environment. How about this? We take the laser, you keep the GPS. Call it in. I'll help you out, or get friends who can if I'm tied up. Okay, we got a deal. Take it. The draw takes the prototype from you, detaching the GPS tracker and handing it back to you. Excellent. I'll make sure nobody hears about this deal. At least not on my end. So what now? Do you want us to leave, or can we stick with you until we get to the MTR station? No sense dividing our forces. Come with us. Sounds good to me. Lead the way. Where's the exit? Piercing hell cuts through the silence of the empty station. It's distant, but probably won't be for long. Better move and move quickly. Shit, I hate dealing with guard dogs. We need to pick up the pace, or we'll be up to our ears in angry mutts. Ace. Give me a break, Ace. Cats are annoying sometimes, right? This control panel seems to connect to the backup generators powering this disused section of the old central MTR station. The readouts indicate that the backup batteries have sufficient power to keep the lights on, but the remainder of the power is devoted to operating the secondary doors. If you can turn this off, you can prevent night errant forces from getting in, except from the way you came. The wind the generator spin down and the lights go dim. We got some karma. Hey, what happened to the lights? Those jokers in Central promised us we'd have power down here. Beats me, this place is falling apart. I wouldn't be surprised if the wiring has come to a pack of devil rats. The sooner this day's over, the better. We have 3 knight errant horses, 2 dogs, 3 dogs, 4 dogs. All right. We did it. I need to go to the bathroom. right. We made it. As you move through the MTR station, several figures move to interrupt your advance. The leader is obvious, a hulking brute of a troll. He cradles a heavy assault rifle in the crook of his cyber arm and reeks of stale cigarettes and casual brutality. The name Steel Tooth is stenciled across the flak vest beneath his jacket. His eyes narrow as you approach. That's far enough, you punk. Steel Tooth gestures towards you with a barrel of his gun, taking a drag from his cigarette. My crew's had a long night. Nerves a little raw, you know. And crunching somebody's face always brightens my mood. Try it. Watch how fast I air you out. You could try. Platform 6 is already painted with what's left of another team who didn't surrender. Turns out they didn't have the prototype. Maybe you do. You think you're tough, jackass. I've eaten burritos that are tougher than you. You're about as scary as a pile of wet kittens. Better keep your dog over there on a shorter leash, man, or he's likely to get put down. What are you talking about? Don't be stupid. The troll's shifting stance and wary eyes indicate the depth of his ability to lie, but the same as a puddle. You came in the front door first, and then you came back dressed as a janitor. Hey, shut up, okay? Shut up. I was doing legwork, and the suits weren't telling me nothing, so I had to get in and root around a bit, you know. Steel Tooth is becoming increasingly agitated. You want to keep your arms? You don't tell anybody about that. We had to ditch it back. We had to ditch it back in those caves. KE is right behind us. Bullshit, nobody dumps a payday like that. Not unless they got no other choice. He fingers his rifle's trigger. Nervously, however. The laser had a tracking device on it. We had to ditch it. Ah, hell, still though, I ain't buying it. Tell you what, we strip search you. If you don't have it, you could be on your way. How about that? To hell with you. All right. We gotta fight. I can't save. The MTR train awaits with it the promise of safety and freedom from any more unforeseen complications. Thanks for all the help tonight. I don't know if I'd have been able to get out of here without you. The world's better off with people like you in it. Good luck out there, Jarl. Thanks, I could always use some better luck. Hope yours changes too. You seem like you could use a milk run after that debacle. Take care, Jarl. Anyway, you keep safe out there, okay? We all gotta stick together. If we don't, we end up with bullets in our back. Let's get out of here. And we have finished. And we have finished Racter's personal quest. I think I'll edit it all together into one coherent video later. This quest comes up so early, but it's a pretty tough quest. I'm going to save and get out of here. Play some Where Winds Meet. Well, I have 8 karma. Let's go ahead and spin that karma and then I'll get out of here. 8. That's nice. We always want more drone control, right? Some more shotgun. Not enough for a shotgun. Dodge. Wisdom. All right. We're good to go. We got to claim payment. But in the meantime, we're going to save. And we're going to get out of here.